Welcome back. We are
Strange
going
place
as
to
Batman because that
Wasn't
was
sure
the only
you were gonna
option.
show.
As
God,
far as I
admit,
can tell.
Part of me thought it was a prank call. Nothing is ever this easy, especially not when you're a reporter.
I said I'd be here, didn't I?
Good to know.
I mean, I did
So-
call her.
Batman. I'll skip the obvious question. The children of Arkham seem to be your latest target. We all know their methods are extreme, but what about their message? Their leader claims that Gotham's elite have been abusing their power, often at the expense of ordinary citizens. For the record, do you think there's any validity to what they're saying?
For the
In your
record?
opinion?
I don't want this conversation recorded.
I thought we were here for an interview.
Turn it off.
Fine. Their message is picking up traction, especially since the interview.
I need to know everything they told you.
Does no one read anymore? It was a lot of posturing and grandiose monologuing, really. We're going to purge the city of corruption, sort of thing. Not great from an investigative standpoint, but the public will
This
eat
is
it
sounding...
up. Part of the job, you know? If that's the only reason you called me, you should really just read it yourself. They aren't trying to hide their motivations.
You gave them a platform to promote themselves. You're helping them get what they want.
What they want is an end to corruption. Something I've heard you claim to support as well.
Yeah, it's hard to
Unless-
get away from... I mean, it's 6 years. This is what? I believe this is 2019? Well, I don't remember exactly what it was, but... this would have been prescient that when the game released. It would have been sort of a reply to existing political rhetoric, but it also is far more prescient now in the current state of affairs in current year. The nature of platforming people with ill will and doing a story for the publicity rather than for its validity. You know, the problem with the problem with journalism. I should do a journalism discussion video at some point. The problem with good journalism, I should say, is good journalism is supposed to be objective. You know, state facts, not state commentary or personal commentaries or opinions on the facts as reported. But then there's always the editorialization of what there's the editorial choice for a platform or newspaper or whatever release as to what is worthy and necessary to be published for the public good. That is ultimately, in its own way, a form of you know, subjective selection of truths to be released. And so now more than ever, this is not a new problem with journalism, but it is certainly one that is more necessary to be aware of than it has in many other times. The argument of, oh, I'm just letting them say their part or whatever is garbage. Like, you didn't have to do that. Basically, by taking the interview and publishing it, Vicky, both you and your editorial staff are acknowledging and tacitly condoning in some way the children of Gotham's existence and their messages. Like, you cannot pretend you are not even if you're writing it completely objectively, which I doubt they are, you have still made the choice and condoned it as a result.
It's all just a rumor.
Where did you meet? How did they contact you?
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm not selling out a source. Not even for Batman. The circumstances of that meeting are confidential. Just like this one. I'm sure you wouldn't want me telling everyone how to get a hold of you.
You're putting the safety of everyone in Gotham at risk.
Well, if you really care about the safety of Gotham, why aren't you looking at Bruce Wayne? I still want to believe he's a good guy too, but with the information that surfaced, everyone's angry. Everyone wants him to answer for what his family did.
How? Why? For what? Like,
Except for you.
what his...
Why haven't you gone
Yes,
after
the
him?
sins of
No way,
your
just
parents
slipped
are,
under your
you know,
radar. But so
pertinent,
far,
but
no
they're
action
not...
from you against him. No investigation.
I'm not protecting Bruce Wayne.
Maybe not. But in this case, doing nothing sure sends a strong statement.
What do you mean doing nothing? What am I gonna do? Like, even
don't know
let's
if
pretend
there's
Batman and Bruce Wayne are not the same
connection
person.
with
What's
him.
Batman gonna do? Go
Maybe
beat
there's
up
more to
Bruce
this story
Wayne?
than I realize. But you can't ignore
Like,
the
there's
facts.
nothing
Whether
to
he intended to
do.
or not, his family has been stealing from innocent people for years.
Yeah, you could say that about everybody
What are you
else
gonna
in the
do about
political
it?
sphere here,
What is Batman
pretty much.
doing to protect them from Bruce Wayne? The people want to know.
Believe me, I'll make sure Bruce Wayne's debt is repaid.
Gotham will be glad to hear it. Thank you. Good luck with the children of Arkham.
Wow,
Wish
what
your
a...
message gets out.
What the f... What
Please,
is this?
Bale.
What is this
You can
dialogue?
help Bruce Wayne, but I need to find the children of Arkham before they hurt anyone else.
You're right. You upheld your end. God, I could lose my job for this, but
Lose your job is the least of your
this is
worries.
where we met for the interview. Just please, don't tell anyone I gave this to you.
I mean, if you were smart, you wouldn't write that on your notepad. You'd just tell it to him verbally. Especially since it's not a complicated address. It's not even a full address. It's just a place that everybody in town probably knows.
Everything's dark, quiet. It's empty.
No sign of the children of Arkham? They may not have gone far. They should be there.
Not for the moment. Means I have time to see what they've been up to.
I mean, I do have the skepticism or even concern that Vicky just may be fully the mouthpiece of
Thanks.
the children at this point, but I don't know. I only say that because this game has had no...
Likely the work of the children of Arkham.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
I'm gonna look around, see what they've been up to.
What was I saying? Shit. Forgot. Yeah, like, I don't know. This game has not pulled its punches at any time of just blindsiding me with some new information that I theoretically or very practically should have known and understood. But because they want a plot beat to happen, it comes out of the blue. So... Ugh. Okay.
This train car has been modified.
How do you mean?
That's pretty conspicuous.
Clearly the holding tank. It's empty. For now.
Look at the ladder. Buddy, this isn't that complicated. It's like... It's really
Looks like some
overt.
kind of sprinkler system.
Doubtful they're planning to put out fires.
The train car is their delivery system.
Maximum coverage.
Why couldn't I look at the ladder? That was an option before. Alright, well, whatever. Why are you just doing
Someone's been
chemistry
practicing chemistry.
in the middle of the same place that you're building the train car? Also, why are you doing chemistry at all?
Spilled here. This is the drug they've been using. Refined. It's the same as the one given to Montoya and Harvey.
That's a really random container to key in on. Also, weren't the big blue
dermal permeability? Looks like they ran out of the absorbing agent.
That was surprisingly detailed, actually. I was not expecting that. Well, of course these things are connected. They're literally... I mean, duh, right? Yes, you make it
Looks like they ran out of the
dermally
chemical they're mixing it
permeable.
with. What are they planning to do with this?
You know, this game is stupid enough in its writing that I would fully expect it to... I'm surprised it uses a term like dermal permeability, because that is a technical enough term that in general a lot of people won't necessarily know what that means. But also, I'm not sure the game knows what that means in some cases. Dermal permeability, dermal meaning skin, so they're making it so it can be, ingested or absorbed through the skin better, I guess. But that's so fussy in terms of that's not what I wanted to do. And so, I don't know if I should be more surprised that the game didn't explain its meaning at all, or
These barrels
that
match the shrapnel that I found.
it didn't over-explain it. I mean, yeah, we know...
They've been referencing the map. Whatever they're building must hinge on it somehow.
Yes, they are using the trains.
This depot is pretty centrally located.
Guys, remember I was just saying how this game's kind of dumb, but also kind of smart? Or not kind of smart, but tries to say smart things?
A detonation device, but it's disabled.
They must have intended to hook it up to something.
Yeah,
The
no
timer's set
shit.
for 27 minutes and 13 seconds.
From now,
The numbers aren't moving. Doesn't seem to be counting down yet. This is how they were timing their route. Alfred, what stations are within a 27-minute train ride from this depot?
looking into the transportation database
28
now.
minute, Bruce.
Sir, there's just one. Mercy Street Station.
It's one of the busiest places in the city. Thousands of people go in and out every hour.
Are you telling me that this SkyTrain system, all of its stops are more than 27 minutes apart? Just make it a smaller number. But a light rail system, a public transit system of any kind that doesn't stop for 27 minutes. Even when I used to commute a lot more, I would take express. There was only one case where I had something that didn't. No, that's not even true. I took an express bus for commuting at one point, and that means it stopped a lot less often because it was meant to go from one place to another fairly fast and skip a bunch of stops. Even then, I think the longest between stops on that bus was couldn't have been more than 18 minutes. And that was on a busy traffic day when we weren't flying. This is an American company that developed this, right? Am I forgetting? Hold on. The original, headquartered in San Rafael. Is that where they actually did their development? I don't know. I'm not going to skim their whole Wikipedia right now, but okay. It is American though. So I know that America has a reputation for having terrible or no public transit, and that is largely true, but I don't think any public transit system in the world does it like this. Like, if you don't have, if it's 27 minutes between stops, even for buses or something like that, that's no longer a public transit system. That's something else. You've made a long distance transit system, you know. So this just screams to me that somebody didn't learn anything about public transit in order to plan the story of their thing. I know that I am, you know, I kind of want to apologize, but I also absolutely don't. If you're watching this channel, you know me well enough, even if you just watched a few episodes of this particular game with me at this point, you know that this is my bit. How am I not gonna nitpick this, dude? All you had to do was move the colon so it was 2 minutes and whatever, 13 seconds, 17 seconds, whatever, so that it wasn't 27 fucking minutes. That's bonkers. You could have just added less details.
He's been dead for a while from the looks of it. The officer that was taken from the construction site. Shot in the chest.
How terrible.
There's something else. This man's veins. They look like Montoya's veins after she was drugged, only they're so much worse. The same drug from the debate.
I feared we hadn't seen the last of it.
There's no
Yeah,
kosher
no
mark
shit.
here.
They weren't
No
gonna stop
treatment for
using it.
injection.
So, how did it get in his body?
So presumably they put it on his skin, and then they had to shoot him because he went wild, right? Is this literally it? The only thing else to look at is the gunshot
Shot dead
wounds?
center, twice. Executed.
I suppose they no longer had need of a hostage.
But they... Okay. Well, let me back up so that we can connect. This sucks, by the way. How do I change the camera? Because I need to connect... Yeah. Oh, this sucks. Wait, can I do that? I guess I can click and drag it way over here. Shouldn't it be... Oh, okay. I've actually got these connected wrong. Ugh. Because surely the absorbing agent should be connected here. That cancel link button doesn't even work. I'm annoyed that it's there. Alright. So we can't connect that to the clock. Alright, I guess we're connecting it here. Because, duh. Train goes to station.
A modified train car is going to be sent to Mercy Street Station.
And then the drugs are connected to the drugs? Brilliant deduction work here. There was really only one connection that was necessary, and it was the one they didn't even explain about the dermal absorption.
The drug. The children of Arkham must have found a way to weaponize it.
Brother, you already explained it.
It will affect hundreds of people at once.
The second you saw the container of dermal absorption agent, you should have known.
Sprinklers.
This isn't that complicated.
Just as it rolls in over the crowds.
We aren't prepared to contain something of that scale. Releasing a drug like that in so populated an area would be devastating.
They could infect the entire city if they had enough. Thankfully, there wasn't enough of the chemical to mix with the rest of the stockpile of drugs.
There's a train coming. Take cover.
Real subtle. You roped up right in front of it.
If I'd known you were gonna make me lug this thing myself, I would have worn more comfortable shoes.
Just add it to the list of your mistakes. Must be why you didn't come through on your last assignment.
Still taking bets on whether that's a man or a woman.
It's all here.
Yeah, no shit. What did you think was gonna...
Okay, you two, get these mixed, loaded onto the train.
This way.
Why is Selina here?
With Catwoman.
Catwoman.
She's got more of that absorbing agent.
She must have a good reason for being there.
I don't like any of this speculation.
It sounds like she's too happy to be here.
She might need your help.
We're done here, right?
Not yet.
No. There's no part 2 of this. I got what you wanted. I'm done.
You might as well come out, Batman. I know you're here.
No way. I did not bring him here. I honored our deal.
Oh, I know you did. But now, you're a loose end. Surrender. Unless you'd like to see firsthand what a critical dose looks like.
What?
She joined poor Esther Cobblepot. Death might be preferable.
I know what you had planned with the Skyrim. It's not going to happen.
Then killing
This
you
is
both
stupid.
will have to be a consolation.
Why did I even investigate it? You remember what I was saying earlier about how the game doesn't care about its own... It doesn't care about delivering anything in a meaningful way and will blindside me at any moment. Okay, conveniently, Selina Kyle is here, and also you are immediately discovered without them giving any even minor excuse for why they assume that's the case. Like, under proper writing circumstances, Batman would go, no, dude's just being paranoid, and just ignore it, right? Because nothing has happened, to Batman's view especially, but even to ours, where we have the, you know, the omniscient view, where the camera is should be trying to point out things that are happening. Nothing happened. Whatever, I don't remember what this, I don't even know if they've given this character a name. I don't remember. Like, they did nothing. They saw nothing. They just suddenly were like, Selina wants to leave. I'm going to pretend Batman's here because it's convenient. It's terrible.
Thanks, Bats.
That was terrible. That animation was terrible. They're just sending it now? Also, Selina, you only moved like 2 steps away. Like, what are you doing right now? Really don't know what outcome this has if I do or don't do these things anymore. I'm kind of thinking it doesn't matter. What?
Don't get ahead of yourself. I decide when this ends.
Convenient.
You have to face the truth sometime, Batman. You can't protect Gotham from itself. They lit the fire. We're just here to stoke the flames. Saddest thing is, they don't even see the smoke.
The people of Gotham are stronger than you think. They won't let this city fall into chaos.
You'd be surprised. Fear can be incredibly persuasive.
So is this supposed to be Scarecrow?
Show me how you'll save your precious city. Just like the other liars.
Why? This isn't even slow-mo, it's in real time, and he's just letting me throw stuff? I'm definitely hitting these, but it's not showing up yellow, which confuses me. Also, what's with this, Did I forget about a wound that Batman got? He's got this big slash on the, like, left side of his neck. On the suit. Is that from the... That from the fight in the, The what's... Oh, she did give it back to me. That's nice of her. Okay, that was both stupid and kind of cool. Like, seriously, you weren't gonna send any guys on this? Why wouldn't I wait until it was outside to do this? Oh, you mean I don't get to squish guys? Also, we totally landed that right on top of the bottles of danger juice. Why did that suddenly go from being like maybe 15 feet to maybe like 60?
Come on, bats.
Should have gone after.
Shut up. I'm gonna get you somewhere safe. Just stay with me.
I don't know. I guess I definitely assumed that the suit was getting repairs between events, so having the damage there is still a surprise. Just going back to her apartment feels like a terrible choice for a whole multitude of reasons. But I guess we have to have some place to do kissy face. Wow, she got those off easily.
Stay here, okay? Just don't move.
I'll be nice to her. I don't see any reason not to.
Don't thank me yet.
Okay. We're gonna actually take a break here, because this looks like it's gonna be a longer scene. Alright. I'm frustrated with this game. I keep wanting it to be good. It's still not doing itself any favors. Alright. We'll come back.